Hello and a very warm welcome to this special as we preview the first ODI between India and West Indies to be played at the Narendra Modi Stadium in Ahmedabad, and a special day for Indian cricket, with this being the 1000th ODI to be played for India. And we've already got the team, with India having won the toss, opted to field first, and in fact we're going to put the players up on the screens in just a moment. There you have it. That's the playing 11 for India. And there was a conversation around whether Deepak Hooda will be in the playing 11, and here he is. As you can see, that's the playing 11. Nikhil Narayan is here with me. Nikhil, along expected lines, but did you expect Washington Sundar and Deepak Hooda both to be in the 11?
No, that was a surprise for me, Meha. I expected one all-rounder. I didn't expect Sundar actually, given we already have two spinners in Chahal. Actually, we don't have. We only have Chahal. I expected Kuldeep to play, but Kuldeep is not playing. So Chahal and Sundar are spinners. So yeah, it's a decent lineup. They're giving some new faces a try, like Hooda. Some old timers come back. Ishan Kishan gets a chance.
That's right.
Yeah.
Now, why I also feel like this is an important series, despite the fact that, you know, the ODI World Cup is some time away, because this is from where I think India needs to figure out what their philosophy will be going forward in ODI cricket. And some of the experimentation that is expected to be done will happen in this series and from here on, and that's why it becomes so important to see the likes of Deepak Hooda, how he does in this series. Also, in the absence of Shikhar Dhawan and Ruturaj Gaikwad, with Ishan Kishan again getting an opportunity, which will be huge for him, and you know, something that India might go with, because Ishan Kishan is somebody who you know, who is this maverick opener that India can go for. They've always struggled with the strike rate in the recent times. Ishan Kishan, in fact, could be that player.
Yeah, I mean, you mentioned India's problem in ODI cricket. Since 2020, India has the worst win-loss ratio in ODI cricket. And therefore, they have a few teething problems, like the openers don't go all out in the first 10 overs. There, Ishan Kishan comes in. He's also very flexible. He can bat at 3, 4, 5, 6. He's done it in the past for Mumbai Indians. And he'll be raring to go because his place, you know, he came into the Indian side, then didn't have a great IPL. So now he's back in the Indian side. He'll try and at least be the reserve opener along with Dhawan and Rohit Sharma. India has another problem in the middle overs. They're spinners. Therefore, they've got, you know, Yuzvendra Chahal back. Kuldeep Yadav is not playing this match, but he's back in the contingent. So, you know, India needs wickets in the middle overs. So there are a few teething problems India has, which looking at the World Cup in India in 2023, they need to sort of, under Rohit Sharma, now form a new structure, new strategy going forward.
That's right. And this also being the 1000th ODI, and Nikhil and I did a show, in fact, on the different milestones in ODI cricket in India. And I think we just have to go back a little bit, Nikhil, and talk about the importance of this occasion. We've had Sachin Tendulkar come out and congratulate the team, and just how wonderful this journey has been for the team, for India to have started this journey in 1974, you know, in Leeds against England in a series that they didn't win. But from there on, and you know, the different milestones, from having won the 1983 World Cup to winning the Benson and Hedges series in '85, then you know, 2011 World Cup that India won at home, and now coming to this point, Nikhil, to be able to play the 1000th match. I think it has been a journey that we've been fortunate enough to be part of for a little while since we started covering cricket, and we've seen some wonderful moments.
Absolutely. You know, India, the first country to reach 1000 ODIs. They have the third best win-loss ratio after South Africa and Australia in ODI cricket in the history of the game. 74, I remember that match, Brijesh Patel top scored for India. There was Gavaskar, Madan Lal in that match. Then 83, 85 you mentioned. Tendulkar, when he started opening in Auckland, 27 March 1994, that changed everything for India. The little boy, first had a brilliant 80 against New Zealand and then became one of the greatest openers of all time. 98, Tendulkar in Sharjah, 2002 NatWest, 2008 CB Series win, 2011 the World Cup win, and the ODI series win in South Africa, and Virat Kohli scored 558. So, it's been a glorious journey, and in some ways, 1000 ODI against the West Indies is, this perfect finale, because India became the superpower in ODI cricket after the 83 World Cup, winning against the two-time defending champions. And although this team is not anywhere close to that team, the ODI team of the West Indies, but somehow it feels good that West Indies are playing India in the 1000 ODI.
And in fact, now with India, they've dominated West Indies in the recent times. India ranked 4th in the world in ODIs, whereas West Indies being ranked in 8th. Though, if you look at the head-to-head records between India and the West Indies since 2016, India have won 11 matches and West Indies have won 3. So when you look at the head-to-head, clearly India have the advantage here. But I think what India will look to do in this series is more about finding what is the right template for them going forward, Nikhil. And I think this is perfect in that sense, with West Indies being the opposition.
Absolutely. India were phenomenal in ODI cricket between 17 and 19. Everything was going for them. Virat Kohli scoring runs, Rohit Sharma century after century. What a great World Cup he had in 2019. Kulcha, the phenomenal player. Jasprit Bumrah came up. Mohammad Shami transformed as an ODI bowler. Ravindra Jadeja, Hardik Pandya. But since 2020, things have gone down for India, and we've lost the series in South Africa. But the team we are facing has done terribly in ODI cricket. Their ODI cricket has been in the shambles since the start of the millennium. Although they have won 2 T20 World Cups, West Indies in ODI, that's the whole structure, the players, the batsmen, they are made for ODI cricket, Meha. And that is the problem. They cannot last for more than 30-35 overs with their approach. So India, recently they lost to Ireland in an ODI series. Imagine, that sums up West Indies in 50 overs cricket. But for India, it's a great chance. We have 1.5 years till that big World Cup in India. They need to sort out the opening, the attitude and how they approach the first 10 overs. They need to sort out who will pick wickets in the middle overs, what will be the spin combination. And these are important issues for India. I'm sure Rohit Sharma and Rahul Dravid will work towards it.
Also, as we see Deepak Hooda making an ODI debut, how important is this series for him, going with the fact that India needs an all-rounder? That's something we've not been able to figure out with Hardik Pandya not being fit enough to bowl. You tried Venkatesh Iyer in the last series and suddenly you drop him out of this series. Deepak Hooda is here, Washington Sundar is here, Ravindra Jadeja still not made a comeback. So these are important roles that India needs players for.
Yeah, the all-rounders role is very crucial. See, we have Jadeja and Hardik, and I'm sure they'll be back in the mix in the next few months, especially after the IPL. But till then, I think, there was Venkatesh Iyer who was being considered for the role. He was given a couple of ODIs in South Africa, then surprisingly he was dropped, and we've discussed that. Deepak Hooda has done well in domestic cricket. He is a hard-hitting batting all-rounder in the lower order. So I think, he'll have direct composition with Hardik Pandya, but if he performs well in this series, he could be a good option at number 6.
Okay, also the Indian bowling attack in this, Shardul Thakur, Prasidh Krishna and Mohammad Siraj. There is no Deepak Chahar there, and of course Yuzvendra Chahal. You were also expecting, with the likes of Ravi Bishnoi being part of the squad, as well as Kuldeep Yadav, that maybe India would have wanted to go in with Kulcha, but that's not to be. What do you make of this whole theory of trying to get wrist spinners into the attack to get wickets in the middle overs that India hasn't been able to do in the past?
Well, it's between 17 and 19, it was one of the biggest reasons why India were almost unbeatable in ODI cricket. The Kulcha did phenomenally well for us in the middle overs. But after that, they faded away. Their form for India dwindled. They did not perform well. Chahal's numbers went down drastically for RCB. Kuldeep was out of the KKR squad. So this is out of necessity, Meha. India needs wicket in the middle overs. Ashwin is not doing it for them. Jadeja is not there in the squad. The other spinners are not good enough. They need wrist spinners, because wrist spinners are the ones who get you wickets. Off spinners are more restrictive. And therefore, they're taking a gamble. Bishnoi is a very good choice. I'm disappointed he's not playing the first match. Why would you not play Bishnoi when you have him in the squad, especially against the West Indies? I would have placed Bishnoi, who bowls a lot of wrong guns, a lot of googlies. But you have to go back to leg spinners to get wickets in the middle overs.
Why do I get the feeling that the template that they're trying to follow is that they need as many all-rounders lower down, and that's why you see Washington Sundar being part of the squad along with Deepak Hooda, Shardul Thakur, because we know that he can. Bat well.
Yeah.
So I think the idea now is to just look for more than a couple of all-rounders down the order.
Because I think they've realized that a lot of teams who are doing well in ODI cricket, England, even Pakistan, they have multi-skilled players. India does not. We were found wanting for lack of options in South Africa. Our bowlers, if you see our top 5 batsmen, no one bowls. Surya doesn't bowl, Kohli doesn't bowl, Dhawan doesn't bowl. So India needs, you at least need 4, 5, 6 overs from a specialist batsman. And therefore, India realizes the importance of all-rounders in limited overs.
And we've seen what someone like a Yuvraj Singh did in the World Cup,
Absolutely,
with the ball as well. But let's also talk about West Indies. Now, you said that they did lose to Ireland, but they would be riding high on the confidence of winning a T20 series against England. They've got some big power hitters in their squad. And given that there is a mega auction on the 12th and the 13th of February, this is, in fact, a perfect platform for them to showcase their skill. You know that with, the IPL franchises, that recency bias is there. So I think they will see this as an opportunity also to play well because of that.
Yeah, they will. But I think for that, the T20I series should have been scheduled before the ODI series. That would have been a perfect auction. And there I think West Indies will actually challenge India. See, the thing with West Indies in ODI cricket, we discussed this before. All their batsmen are made for T20 cricket, except Shai Hope. Shai Hope is a very interesting West Indies batsman. He's an average above 50, Meha. Average above 50 is very rare for any batsman in the world. His problem has been his strike rate, which is in the low mid 70s. Nicholas Pooran also is a very, very dangerous batsman who has a good record for West Indies in 50 overs cricket, if you see his numbers. But apart from that, there are a few newcomers who've excelled in the Caribbean Premier League, in the T10 League in Abu Dhabi, Odean Smith. There is Romario Shepherd.
They don't find a place there. In fact, we'll get the playing 11. Brandon King, Shai Hope, Shamar Brooks, Darren Bravo comes back, Nicholas Pooran, Kieron Pollard, Jason Holder, Fabian Allen, Alzari Joseph, Kemar Roach and Akil Hussain. These are the players that they've gone with. But you're right, there are some power hitters there. Shai Hope, we know, scored a lot of runs in the last series that West Indies played against India. But this is the team that they've gone in with. What do you make of it?
Yeah, I mean, Jason Holder picked up 15 wickets in the T20I series against England. He's a good all-rounder. Hope we've discussed. Darren Bravo, they're still persisting with him because they think he's still the next Brian Lara. I mean, time is running out for Darren Bravo. I mean, he may look like Lara. He might be a cousin of Lara's, but his numbers and performances are anything but like the great man. Akil Hussain is a good find. I think he should be persisted with. Apart from that, Roach coming back is an interesting choice. Roach has an excellent record across formats. It's a decent team. They haven't chosen their T20 superstars, many of them, which I was expecting the likes of Shepherd and all to play, Smith to play, the next Andre Russell. They haven't done that clearly. But it's a decent team. I don't think they can challenge India in this series, but we never know.
That's right. Alzari Joseph is back after that BPL stint, and they've gone in with finger spinner in Akil Hussain, leaving out Hayden Walsh Jr. But that is the team. Quickly, Nikhil, India starting favourites in this one. What are you expecting in the first innings?
I'm expecting West Indies to be dismissed for less than 200, India chasing it in 40 overs.
What is it going to be? We don't know, but we'll get you all the latest from this match and lots more. So stay with us. For now, goodbye. Thanks for watching.